I am making some chicken Caesar salad wraps for my boys' lunches. These are great for kids' lunches or for your lunch. They are very easy to make and my guys love these. Now, they'll take some different things throughout the week, so I usually don't make enough for an entire week just because they like to mix it up and sometimes they buy lunch. But I have some chicken breasts here that I marinated in Caesar dressing, just a couple tablespoons. It makes it easy, and that way there aren't competing flavors with the marinade and the Caesar dressing. And you can just marinate them for a few hours. You can either bake them in the oven until they're no longer pink, or you can grill them. I chopped some romaine and shredded some Parmesan cheese, and then I just have some Caesar dressing. This is from Aldi. It's okay. I actually prefer the Trader Joe's Caesar dressing, but I was close to Aldi, so I just picked that up. I'll probably get more when I go to Trader Joe's. And then we have these wraps. They came in a variety pack from Costco, so you can use whatever kind of wrap you like. You don't have to get the honey wheat or anything unless you like those. Even though it is freezing here in Michigan, we grilled the chicken and then I just sliced it. So basically all you do is put the grilled chicken in with the lettuce, Parmesan cheese, and you don't want to overdo it with the dressing, just a little drizzle so that they don't get soggy. I assemble these in the morning for my boys to pack in their lunches, and they loved these. So it's a little something different than a sandwich. I am also making some hummus. I have a recipe video on this, so I will link that below, but this is a great healthy snack, and I usually have it with carrots or cucumbers or peppers. You could also have it with pita bread, but it's a really healthy snack, and it does have some protein because it has tahini paste, which is like peanut butter, so you get some protein from the sesame seeds and then also from the garbanzo beans. So I will link my recipe video for this below. This recipe makes a pretty good amount of hummus, and I like to have it with baby carrots and cucumbers. I got these mini cucumbers from Aldi. What you can do is put it into individual containers so you can grab it for lunch or a snack and just have your vegetables all ready if you want to do that ahead of time. Also, if you are looking to control your portions, it might be a good idea to divide it into individual containers because I know I can eat a good amount of this. I am making my no-bake granola bars, and this concoction here is butter, brown sugar, and honey. It's all thick and bubbly. And then I have my oats and rice cereal. I have a whole recipe video on this, so I will link it below. I made chocolate chip granola bars, but you can make all kinds of different granola bars with the basic recipe. I will link the recipe below, and under the video for the recipe, it says how to make peanut butter chocolate chip granola bars in case you want to switch it up. But you can put coconut or cranberries in there, dried fruit, nuts, butterscotch chips, whatever you like. You can mix it up, but these are incredibly easy. I am going to make some egg salad for John and I to have for lunch. John likes it very simple, so I just hard-boiled 10 eggs and then I just use mayonnaise, salt, and pepper. And then I'm just going to add the mayonnaise. I don't really measure. It kind of depends on how much egg salad you are making. And I have 10 eggs, so I'll need quite a bit. And I will just be having mine on lettuce, like a lettuce wrap, and John will have his on bread. I have shared how to make chicken or vegetable broth many times on my videos, but I know I have a lot of new viewers and it's so incredibly easy and it makes delicious broth, so I wanted to show you again. So I learned this from a subscriber a while ago. When you peel carrots or take the outer layer of an onion off or cut the ends of celery, just throw it in a freezer bag and you can just keep adding to it. You don't need any certain amount. I mean, you want a good amount to fill the bottom of your slow cooker. I am using half of the bag of what I had because I actually want to make a ton of broth. Sometimes I just throw the whole bag in here, but I want to make a lot of broth for soups and things since it's cold here in the mitten. So once you have your really lovely looking vegetables in there, you're just going to fill your slow cooker with water. And again, you don't need any certain amount. I usually leave about 1 inch from the top. I am just making vegetable broth, but if you want to make chicken broth and you have the carcass of your chicken, you can just throw that in with the vegetables and it makes really delicious chicken broth. You can also throw in garlic or a bay leaf or two. You can spice it up, add some parsley, whatever you want. I usually just keep it pretty basic because when I'm cooking, I will add flavor for whatever I'm making. Sometimes I put it in with whatever dish I'm making, and then when I make soup, I add a lot of flavor. So I just keep mine pretty basic. So you're going to cover it and cook it on low, either overnight or about 8 to 10 hours. I just rinsed my black beans. I believe it was a 2-pound bag, and I am just going to pour them in this bowl. I guess my camera does not like beans because I had some corrupt footage, so I didn't show the clip where I soaked the beans. I usually soak them in water for about 8 hours, or you can do it overnight. Now that I've soaked my beans all day, I just drained that water off and put them in the slow cooker and covered them with water. And I am going to cook them on low overnight for about 8 to 10 hours. I don't add any salt or anything because that will make them take longer to cook. And I don't season them either because I'm going to use some to make my black bean burgers, and then I usually season them when I have them as a side dish. Once my black beans were done cooking, I just drained out the liquid. I have 3 cups in this bowl because I'm going to be making my black bean burgers soon. And then I divided mine into 2-cup portions, and I just have them in smaller bags, and then I put these in the freezer and they thaw really nicely. I usually just thaw them in the refrigerator for a few hours before I want to use them, or you could thaw them overnight. I also had some ripe bananas that I peeled and put in a freezer bag for my smoothies. I love to use frozen bananas in my smoothies because it makes the smoothie nice and thick and creamy.